Behind me is 2 Mile Run, and it is a Class A native brook trout stream, which means the population of native brook trout is thriving, the fisheries is very healthy, but unfortunately then right to my left, abandoned mine drainage enters 2 Mile Run, and for 100 years or more, 2 Mile Run downstream of this point has been dead of any fish life, any aquatic insect life. And so over the last nearly 14 years, we've been working to clean up 2 Mile Run and to restore the entire stream to a native brook trout fishery.
The Kettle Creek watershed in north-central Pennsylvania contains 5% of the Commonwealth's total miles of Class A trout streams. The reclamation of Kettle Creek has taken many forms. Some efforts may be hard to notice, but their impact is substantial.
Dating back to the late 1800s, this area was first deep mined. There were multiple deep mines in this site, deep coal mines, and then as technology advanced and it became economically feasible to come in and remove even more of the coal, so larger equipment came in and strip mined the area. And so what we were left with was basically a moonscape. Rock like this sandstone, and a lot of shale was just left exposed to weather. So in the presence of oxygen and water, this just weathered and created a lot of iron, mine drainage, and all of the mine drainage from this site behind me just flowed right into 2 Mile Run, right into Kettle Creek, and ultimately into the West Branch Susquehanna River. What Trout Unlimited did with the Kettle Creek Watershed Association was we completed a surface reclamation project here. This 57-acre abandoned surface mine site was regraded to pre-mining topography, and it created a drainage so that water from rain would just drain off the area as quickly as possible. It would not soak into this rock and create mine drainage. Also, then we planted the vegetation there, and so the vegetation itself helps to soak up the water too. This surface reclamation project reduced the development or the creation of abandoned mine drainage by about 50%. That's really good. So it didn't take care of the entire abandoned mine drainage flowing from this particular site, but it reduced it to a point then we could treat it through passive treatment.
This passive treatment system was put into operation in 2012 with the help of Trout Unlimited, a nationwide nonprofit organization with a mission to protect and restore the nation's trout and salmon fisheries and their watersheds.
There were some local residents and some folks around the area who like to fish in the Kettle Creek and many of the tributaries of the Kettle Creek, who were Trout Unlimited members, and they were very concerned about some habitat impairment as well as the abandoned mine drainage in lower Kettle Creek. This is a kill zone. This is where the water actually ends up coming out of the ground and flowing over the ground and really killing all of the vegetation in its path. When I show people pictures of this place, they often just automatically assume that a fire went through here because that's what it looks like. That's just the toxicity of the mine drainage killing all of the trees and all of the vegetation here. We continued doing a lot of investigations of the abandoned mine drainage problems in the Kettle Creek watershed, and through some very advanced remote sensing technology, we were able to identify the potential for a catastrophic mine blowout. And there was the potential for well over 30 million gallons of very, very toxic mine drainage to be released into Kettle Creek and then to flow into the West Branch Susquehanna River for who knows how many miles. Through funding in part by the Foundation for Pennsylvania Watersheds as well as some state agencies, we were able to do a project which significantly reduced and we think eliminated the potential for that to happen. We're really lucky. I know we're all looking very forward to doing some fish surveys here and seeing how far or how quickly the brook trout upstream of here make their way downstream and start reproducing and reestablishing themselves in this part of 2 Mile Run.